The Napoleonic era really was the golden age of the military uniform.
I have no ideological leniences towards either side, so who's to guess which one I support? I decided to do a Napoleonic Wars uniforms tier list. I'm going to start with the minors so you don't know whether I'm with the Empire or the Coalition. Let's start with my homeland, the United States. American uniforms benefit from the Napoleonic period, that's for sure. These look pretty good, but, the standards are high. It's more the period benefiting American uniforms rather than the other way around, and I don't see any Marine uniforms here. I would say this is a C. All right, now, Sweden. I love the hats. Blue can be a bit bland, but they make it work. Sweden's a B. Now, Portugal. Similar colors, but they've got the cool chapeaus that inspired the British at Waterloo. I'm going to make it a higher B. The Swedish have the top hats, which are awesome, but I think the Portuguese kind of beat them out. Now, the Ottomans. I gotta say, visors make things better, and I don't think they're allowed to do visors. I'm debating between a D and an F here. Although that guy with the fuzzy cap, I'm guessing he's like one of the people from the Balkans. Now I'm going to give it an F here. Now, the Spanish guerrillas. The fact is, each man brings his own uniform. Each man makes his own decision. And I think that is super cool. They've got drip. You need drip to be able to go in one of those on your own and still be a guerrilla. Now, I'm guessing these are the Dutch. They're in orange. Orange is a Dutch color. These look very cool. I'm going to give them an A. An A. I might improve on it, but I think it's an A for now. Now, Bavaria, those helmets. I put them in. No, that's not a B. That's a drip. Bavaria definitely has drip. Yeah, I'm going to stand by that. Now, I'm going to make a guess that these guys, with all the varied colors, they're the Confederation of the Rhine. I'm making a guess here, but I think it's a reasonably educated guess. It's a mix of white and black. But are they with the Rhine Confederation or are they independent? I don't really know. It's hard to tell. It's an interesting mix of colors, but it's just beyond not bland. I'm going to give it a C. Now, they've separated Polish infantry, the Vistula Legion, from Polish cavalry lancers. The lancers are definitely S tier. And you know what? No, I think the Vistula Legion is B tier. Now we've got these guys in green. I'm not sure who they are. They might be part of the Russian army. And Russia has cool uniforms, but I can't tell. I can't even tell from the hats. Let's see if we zoom in a bit so I can see which eagle they have. Nope, still can't see. I think that's the Imperial Eagle. What are they, chasseur à cheval? I don't see a cheval. I don't see a horse there. Oh, man, I'm not sure. I don't know. It looks a bit bland color-wise. I'm going to give them a D. Now, the Dutch Belgians. They're so bland. Nope, there's nothing unique and interesting here. I'm giving these guys a D. But now the Black Brunswickers. Black with powder blue or light blue facings. That's amazing. That's an A. Well, what about the Lützow Free Corps? You have German states who opposed Napoleon. They're a bit too Prussian. It's a cool look, but it's not as cool as the Brunswickers. Like, red is standard. It's nice, but it's standard. I'm going to give them a B. Now, we've got these two fellows in white. I'm guessing one of them is Italian and one of them is Saxon, but I'm not sure which one's which. Well, let's go with the guys white with green facings. I'm going to give it a B because the white with the blue facings is definitely a C. Average. Now let's get to the big countries. Let's start with Prussia. Prussians usually look cool, but these guys, bland. So bland. I'm going to give him a C. All right, that's Prussia out of the way. What about Russia? I quite like Russian uniforms, but these, I don't know. I'm going to give them a B. But these Moscow Musketeers, they properly balance the red and the green. I'm putting them in the A. So we're on to the final three. The British, the French, and the Austrians, plus the Scots. I gotta say, man, the Austrians are S tier. They've got drip. They make white work. And it's because of the helmets. It's because of the grenadiers in their more mitery caps. Definitely the Austrians make white work in a way that others just don't. But what about the British? The Redcoats. Yeah, it's drip. It's drip. I'm sorry to be bland, but they're behind the Austrians. But then what about the Scots? Oh, man, I'm 50-50 on the Scots. Kilts are cool. Everything about it is cool. But I don't know if it really works. It looks badass. Like the badass of the kilt is like more wild man. With the more formal uniform, it looks cool, but I don't think it works as well as other things work. I'm going to put them at an A. And finally, the main characters, the French. This is obviously S tier. You know, all the contrasts working together. But where in S tier? Are they better than the Spanish, the Bavarians, the Poles, the Austrians, or the British? That's the key. Are the British and the French cooler? I'm sorry, guys. The French win out. And they win out because of the contrast. There's more contrast in the French uniforms than the British uniforms. So, let's review the list. The Ottomans are F. They are drowned. If you like, poofy clothes with no visors, cool. It's not my thing. Now, I think they went through a major reform, getting rid of the Janissaries with their new order infantry. I don't think they'll go that far up. Individual clothing is cool, but as uniforms, I don't think they work. Then you've got these guys who I think are Russians or maybe some sort of light infantry. And dull and bland, green and blue, the Dutch Belgians, dull and bland. With C tier, we get into semi-interesting stuff with the U.S., and these aren't even the best U.S. uniforms, but you know what? I'm going to switch these two. Come on. There we go. What I'm guessing to be the Rhine Confederation, please correct me on this. Then the U.S., which doesn't have the... Well, I guess I can go either way. Either the Saxons or the Italians. Then the Prussians. If you're a uniform nerd, the Prussians don't have it. Then the Portuguese. I'm going to put the Swedes ahead of the Portuguese, actually. The Swedes, the Portuguese, the Polish infantry. I'm going to move up the Lutzow Free Corps, actually. You know what? No, I'm going to raise them up a whole tier. Sorry, Scotland. Yeah, there, I'm happy with this. This leaves in then, I'm guessing the Italians, the Russians. Yeah, I might rate, no, I'm okay with this. Yeah, Russians at B tier, even though I think they look better, but it's less distinctive. If you can pull off full orange, you definitely get an A. So that's the Dutch, then the Black Brunswickers, the Moscow Musketeers, the Lutzow Free Corps, the Scots, the British, the French, the Austrians, the Polish cavalry, the Bavarians, and the Spanish guerrillas. What do you think of my list? Do I have it all wrong? Am I too friendly to one side? Let me know in the comments how wrong I am, or if I'm a genius.